There are laws here in Wisconsin that are designed to protect you and your family, and one of them says a judge can order a convicted sex offender to get professional treatment and counseling once they're released from prison.
But that's not happening, and that means there could be convicted sex offenders living in Milwaukee County neighborhoods near your home, near our children who have served their time and are not getting the post-prison treatment judges believe they need. CBS 58's Sandra Torres wanted to find out why and what's being done to fix it.
Paul, Michelle, some of the convicted sex offenders we found during our investigation who are not getting that treatment include rapists and child molesters. The bottom line, without it, we wanted to know, are they free to reoffend? This is Judge David Borowski's courtroom.
I was particularly frustrated.
Before him on this day are 3 convicted sex offenders who've been waiting months to start their court-ordered treatment programs.
I can understand a delay in terms of getting someone in treatment of 45 days or 60 days, but delays of 6 months or 9 months are completely unacceptable.
Court records show these sex offenders did their time and are now on probation. During review hearings, most proved to be doing what they're ordered to do: keep a job, stay out of trouble. But for some reason, they've been waiting for months to receive mandatory counseling.
If they're not getting the treatment, that increases their risk to the community. It increases their risk of reoffending.
That's exactly what happened with Jason Abercrombie. He's a 32-year-old man from Milwaukee who pled guilty to exposing himself to a 14-year-old girl. He served his sentence, was on probation, and for some reason had to wait 4.5 months to get into his court-mandated counseling program. While he was waiting, Milwaukee police say he reoffended, and this time they say he sexually assaulted a 3-year-old girl.
Someone who's out on probation needs to be watched by the Department of Corrections. That's part of what we trust they're doing as a judge.
So why are there delays? And whose fault is it?
It's obviously the DOC's obligation to follow through on that.
We asked the DOC to answer our questions on camera. They said no, but a public affairs representative for the department offered some answers via email. They admitted there was, quote, a backlog in getting offenders into group, and added that the problem has been corrected by modifying their intake and assessment procedures.
I think the DOC still needs to explain to me, to the courts, and to you and the general public why there is a delay, and I don't think they've done that yet.
We asked the DOC those same questions, but still no response.
It's an issue of public safety.
Heather Lofka is an assistant professor at Marquette University focusing on criminology and law.
The public assumes that they're getting treatment if they're sentenced to treatment.
She was in Judge Borowski's courtroom for the probation review hearings as part of a research project.
It was brought to my attention during those review hearings that there is one enterprise that deals with sex offenders in Milwaukee. That was surprising to me.
That agency is Henger Enterprises, based out of Milwaukee.
I was rather shocked that there's only one provider. And there are hundreds of referrals, and there are 300, 400, 500 referrals a year for probation for sexually based offenses, sex assaults.
Henger Enterprise says it's also the only agency to bid on the contract, which is worth nearly $400,000. I spoke with Joe Hanger, the owner of Hanger Enterprises, over the phone. He also did not want to speak on camera. Hanger did admit there were delays, but he said he recently signed a new contract with the DOC that is allowing him to fix the situation. Over the phone, he said it was a little glitch, not even a learning curve of the new process, and it's taken care of. He also wanted to assure me over the past 12 years since he's had the contract with the DOC, fewer offenders are reoffending after going through his program. We asked for proof, we asked for numbers, but so far we have not received any from Hanger or the DOC. Hanger says the delays are now being taken care of, and from recent court transcripts that I've reviewed, the treatment delays seem to be getting better. But there is still the question of who is going to hold the DOC and Hanger Enterprises accountable and make sure that these delays don't happen again. I made calls to other state agencies to find out, but no one seems to have an answer. Bottom line, the last offense in making sure that sex offenders are getting this treatment is Judge Borowski. He began requiring probation review hearings just a year ago. And if it wasn't for them, these delay issues would have never come to light.
Now, Sandra isn't just stopping with that report. I spoke with her while she was editing tonight. She told me that Judge Borowski has granted her access to his courtroom. She will stay on top of this, and when a new case comes up, that shows that the delays have stopped, we will bring it to you.
You would think that lawmakers who hold the purse strings for the Department of Corrections would ultimately be the ones to get involved here, but we'll wait and see.